football season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the whip. High 7, let's go. Sit.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on, D. Go.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Toronto.
They'll run on 1st down. Tally. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Under 10, under 10, 10. You're 15. Check 31.
They'll try the left side. Tally. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown! D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Take 4, take 4. Kill. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Kill.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
General, flash. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight end left. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Chopper, Chopper. Hayward. Quick dance. Go. Greystone travel. Wahoo. Go. Blow.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down. Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
With the score tied 7-7.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Check 13. Check 15. Hey, let's go.
They'll try the left side. Tally. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yellow.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 26. Check 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Watch the twist. Slam. Say.
On 3rd down, Tally. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete here.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Pressure comes. Now Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You got nothing. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. No, no, no.
On Sunday.
Watch the ship.
Let's get him out.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Tally. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Tally. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
They'll take over. First down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now a give, right side. Talent. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He can run. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down. McCaffrey, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Now a give, right side. Talent. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring, because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now look at him go. 20, 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 85 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timeout.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shit. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Lucky.
Hey, 43.
On first down, Talley. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Check your hot read. Under 10.
T-Mac.
They'll keep it on the ground. Talley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Oh, he shifts past him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third quarter score. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we're back now in Charlotte as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Forced out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This will be taken very short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
They'll keep it on the ground. Tally, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now a handoff looking right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning it is Moore. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. They'll run on 1st down. Tally. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one's not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the